Dreamers. I'm your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday.
This is a whole hour of Santa Barbara teen athletes and all those people and businesses that support those teen athletes. Look at us. And I thought we weren't going to be full today. That never not happens, right?
I want you people in the world to know what this woman does. She calls you and she says, "Oh my God, I need you today. There's nobody. I just could. Everybody. I can't." And then you get here and you have to stand.
Standing room only.
You need a shoehorn to get in.
I beg. I do. I beg.
Once again, Erica, that's that 1%.
That's right.
It's really,
that's right.
It's that 1%.
Dr. D's 1%. Put your hands together. That's it. Right, you gotta love it.
I'm just not sure what it is.
And that's it.
I mean, because Dr. Energy is absolutely right that the way it's listed,
we're talking about DNA, so they know what we're talking about.
It's referring to a religion, not a sect of the human race.
That's right.
And so it's like, okay, I'm going to have to contact these people and say, what do you mean?
Yes.
So anyway, but it's fascinating when you get the results back to see, which I was not surprised. I've been saying since I was a little kid that I was Heinz 57, and hey,
there you go.
I'm actually Heinz 49 because 49% other is broken down into the rest of the continents on the planet.
So what it means is that your female ancestors messed around a lot.
Hey, then I come by it naturally.
Indiscriminate.
What it means is that survival means variety helps survival.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Variety helps tolerance.
Homogeneity doesn't work. Heterogeneity.
Exactly.
Great word.
Thank you.
Homogeneity.
If you want to bump it up to the 26th percentile, we got Michael Baker.
Hey, how we doing, Erica?
18%.
18%. 18%. My favorite number, 18.
Yeah, it's a good number.
You met your wife on the 18th.
18th.
Yeah.
Pick the month.
On the 18th hole.
On the 18th hole.
18th month, 18th hole.
Oh, exactly.
18th.
At the Masters.
18th. I was born on the 18th, September 18th.
That's when I met my wife. Yep.
Yeah, met your wife on the 18th.
Yep. At the 18th hole at the Masters.
So exactly. I was a university.
This is the chit-chat portion of our show.
It was close.
This is a getting to know you. The little brunch. We have Danishes and coffee, and we're all chatting
on every morning on the 9 a.m. Right.
And Erica has true artist fashion, beautiful blue
These
nails.
were free. If you took this color, it's free. I said yes. We have to get rid of this blue. Is it free? She said yes. I said I'll take it.
Well, then you're 2% at least.
Exactly. 1.2.
Okay, so if I could make a plug, when you start your day, try to incorporate art. Try to incorporate color. Try to find a way that you can make your day happy, especially if you're going into like a grueling class or you're doing something that's just kind of full of drudgery. So you want to bring in color. Yeah.
Come on, you've been starting up something. You've been a little artist. Go ahead, say what you've been doing.
I've been painting on rocks. I know it's strange, but I've actually found it really fascinating and enjoyable. And there's a lot of YouTube videos about people painting on rocks.
That's wonderful.
By the way, I did see you sent me an email of a picture of your glass shower door, and I can get all of that off with a razor blade. I can scrape it all off if you like.
What are you talking about?
She sent me a picture. It looks. I thought it was an abstract portrait. I thought it was a canvas of something that she had painted.
Yeah.
It's a shower door.
Namita didn't want it. She was going to throw it away.
She is so gifted. She can make art out of mold. Isn't that fabulous? This is your glass shower door?
A golden olden mold. Moldy? Never mind.
There's no shower behind it, is there? It's out in the street.
She took it out. She's redoing her bathroom. And
so you painted on it?
Yeah.
If you stand very still, she'll paint on you, too. Do not stand still around Erica. You'll get blasted with paint.
What can I say? What can I say?
Unbelievable.
To your right, who do we have in our... Oh! Introduce yourself. You haven't been here such a long time. You got to say who you are now.
What? Come
on now.
Hi, I'm Heather Bond.
Yay! You're doing such cool things right now.
Lots going on.
I'm serious. I love what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's wild because everything you've ever wanted was like literally around the block, right? Seriously?
Right.
Right on the same mountain.
Right.
How'd you get that?
Right.
How'd you get that?
I know. Well,
That's
I
wild.
asked for it.
Seriously.
So, I mean, after 30 years of being up on the mountain, I get introduced to a beautiful woman, Dr. Ginger Swanson, and she lives on this incredible 18-acre estate, and we are co-facilitating retreats up there. We just finished a 3-day myth and memoir retreat, and a couple months ago we did a different 3-day retreat, and now we have one coming up in November.
Nice.
November 3rd through the 10th.
3rd through the 10th.
And it is, it's a week long, but it is all about getting the body moving, working with food. All the food we're providing is out of the garden, and we're doing body, soul, and dream tending. That's what it is called.
It's fantastic. I love that. I had a friend who was up in the mountains at some retreat. Vince Chafin. Do you know Vince?
I do know him.
Was that the same place?
No.
Okay, then I'm going to stop talking about that right now.
Well, not that I know of.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it could have been something else
So when you
there.
speak the mountain, what are you talking about?
I live up on West Camino Cielo.
Oh,
so it's
yes.
up off of 154.
Yeah, my daughter lived up there.
Yeah.
I know where it is.
It's an amazing. It's actually, the property was the old Stagecoach Lodge. So it's got some history there. It's beautiful. It's got a maze. It's got an amphitheater.
Can you stay there?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. So there's lodging. You can do with or without lodging. The rooms are beautiful. All the meals. It's incredible.
And who's facilitating it?
We're co-facilitating it. So Dr. Ginger Swanson.
Oh, Dr. Swanson.
Yes,
and
Dr.
you.
Swanson and myself. So she's going to be doing dream tending and working more in the afternoons on the mind and more like the psychological aspect. And I'm working with the body and the food.
What is dream tending?
Well, dream tending is a pretty amazing. I had witnessed it a couple months ago for the first time, and it's very powerful. A lot of the ancient American Indians utilized dream tending. They'd bring it to the villages. There is a dreamer, and the one person that is possible, the dreamer will bring a bigger dream, a collective dream to the village, and it's very powerful. So the person that she's tending, it's not interpreting, it's tending. So there's a lot of back and forth stuff. It's very powerful, very, very powerful. And every person sitting there witnessing this tending will get something from it, guaranteed.
Still don't know what you're talking about.
You'll have to attend
you would
the
have
weekend.
to attend the retreat.
Not that I want to stop an entire show just to explain it to myself.
No, it's fascinating. You could always look it up too.
Yeah.
Also, just amazing stuff.
Can I ask the price? I mean,
Yes, absolutely. Well, we have so with the meals and the program and the lodging, it's $12.99 for a whole week, and it's $7.99 without the lodging.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
and is it like double occupancy, the lodging? Or
not necessarily. Right. There's a lot of different lodging available. Okay. So if you want separate rooms, you can. There's studios. There's double occupancy. There's a lot. We can host up to 15 plus people.
Cool.
And do you give? Since she's a psychologist?
She's a depth psychologist.
Okay, so are there CEUs if therapists wanted to attend?
Not at this moment, but we're working on some stuff.
That would be great. Because for a whole weekend, that's a lot of CEUs, and that's a big appeal to clinicians who are looking for hours.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. And we just really, how it all transpired, we've just kind of clicked, and
So is this like when you said you want to do the body, like, so we're not going to go like work out, you know what I'm saying? You're going more of a mental retreat?
Well, it's both.
If I go, you're not going to kick my butt, are you? I'm going to go to relax. I'm going to relax, okay? Because I know you're scared. I'm not going to go, Erica, wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. We're going down the mountain.
No. As a matter of fact, it says right here.
Stop laughing, Dominique. You're going too.
It says right here, we begin with a relaxed agenda.
No.
But you have to realize that what you're feeling, that intensity.
He's an ex-gladiator.
No, I know, but that's
Fireman.
that's Heather then. This is Heather now.
HeatherBondNow.com. So tell people how they can connect with you to make this happen.
Okay, to connect on this particular retreat, right now it's actually only available at the moment on gingerswanson.com. Okay. So you have to go to her website.
Swanson is SWANSON?
Correct. Thank you.
Okay. Ginger as in Ginger Peachy. Ginger Peachy Workshop. Sounds just wonderful.
Oh, yeah. Yep. It's going to be great.
Woo, woo. Check that out for sure. We're not done yet. We got PAL, P-A-L, because we don't ever leave without talking about PAL.
No, PAL's in the house.
We got PAL, we got kids, and we got to talk about PAL.
Yes.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I am doing fabulous.
We love
Thank
PAL.
you. Well, PAL loves Teen Sports Radio.
How you doing?
We are doing fantastic, and I brought two lovely ladies that I will introduce later in the show. But yeah, we've just been rocking it over at the center.
Nice. Growing, and more growing.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. We'll talk about it
Absolutely. After the break.
We love you.
We love you, too.
All right, thank you.
Thanks for being our pal.
No, always. Hey, let's take a little break. This is Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We'll be back with a lot more of these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday
at 9 a.m. All right, first guest, because he's got to go. I've been trying to get this guy out here for months and months and months. Put your hands together. Perry Dennis. Woo! Massage Green.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good.
All right.
So this gentleman here, all right, I call him Mr. Wonderful. Do I not call Dominique Perry Mr. Wonderful?
Yes, indeed.
My happiest day is Wednesday. Why is that?
Your nervous system gets to get a vacation.
That's right. For not 60 minutes. I do the 90 minutes.
And her eyes get a celebration because this guy's really cute.
90 minutes. Okay, see, what I did is I let the universe decide. I call up, Joe, and I said, Joe, owner of Massage Green, does Joe not take care of us?
Joe's wonderful.
Right? He takes care of United, doesn't he? Take care.
Thank you, Joe, for all the certificates.
Right. He takes care of United, takes care of us. So I said, Joe, I need you to take care of Erica. And I says, I'm not going to say nothing. And I show up, and I'm waiting. And then all of a sudden, I'm looking up, and I'm like, thank you, Jesus. This basically is what I said. Okay, so I get in there. It's just a really cool dude. And then first time we met, we went 90 minutes. We didn't stop talking.
That was great.
It was like, blah, blah, blah.
Not everybody likes to talk during massage.
Did she let you get a word in?
Yeah, no, it was a fair exchange. I talk a lot, believe it or not.
It was just intense. It was like, it was like great. So I'll just let you go because you're a fascinating guy. You're a Santa Barbara guy. So let's hit it off. Born, right?
No, I was born in Oxford. My dad.
You were born though.
Yeah, I was born.
That's just thank God.
He's a brother from another planet, right?
Because I'm not.
I wasn't born yesterday.
I know exactly. Because I'm not from here. Okay.
Right. No, but yeah, my dad was born and raised in Santa Barbara, and so I have family history here in Santa Barbara. I've been here for 17 years now. Both my kids are born in Santa Barbara, same hospital, Cottage Hospital that my dad is born in. So, I'm a proud Santa Barbaran, I'd say. I do massage. I'm working at Massage Green a couple days a week, trying to run my own business on the side. And I do capoeira, which is, I think, what maybe brought me here to Teen Sports Radio. For those people who aren't familiar with capoeira, it's an Afro-Brazilian martial art that incorporates dance and acrobatics, music. And I've been doing that the longest I've been in Santa Barbara, and I've recently, over the past couple of years, expanded our academy out to the Ventura area. So we're just down the street, 1540 East Main Street in Ventura, on Tuesdays and Thursdays at Tyrong Taekwondo School. So yeah, that's my round. I'm a holistic health professional, and I'm about healing and promoting the arts. So I think that's what I'm...
Tell us a little bit more about capoeira. What is the age that one can start, and how long before you can, accumulate some expertise and say, I do capoeira, and I can pronounce it.
The second time he said it was a mic drop. Okay, I'm just saying.
So you can start capoeira at any age. And this is the truth. Capoeira is what we like to say, I think, at my account, is capoeira is for everyone. It's a misconception that capoeira is for athletes only because of how it's promoted. You see capoeira in its acrobatic format only, so people...
Quite amazing to watch.
Yeah, and so people get a misconception that those are the only people can do it.
It's hot.
But in reality, it's a cultural art form, and so it's for everybody, all ages, all sexes, all sizes. There's disabled people that do capoeira. It's for everybody, and that, it has a lot of different elements.
Does it have a health element to it, other than the exercise? Maybe it's just the exercise and the flexibility and the movement in and of itself.
All right. Well, I think that element in itself promotes lots of different angles of health,
Right.
So people...
Where does it come from? You said Africa?
It comes from Africa to Brazil. So it's purely a Brazilian art form in the sense that it was developed in Brazil by African slaves specifically. So...
the thing is which was ironic to me, it's awesome, the journey, down to Ventura. But, that, pumps the blood for me because, you're in Ventura, you're a Santa Barbara guy.
That's
and
right.
It's like I said, why are you doing this down in Ventura? That's why, by happenstance, I got the PAL and I got the United Boys and Girls Club, and they're both looking at me, and I'm looking at them. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
why are we down in Ventura?
There's a business card right there.
You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you.
Why are we down in Ventura? We got thousands of kids right here. Because
Right.
it is hot. If you Googled it, there's no reason. The kids like it. You know what I mean?
It's fun. It's really fun.
It's awesome. It's the hot thing.
Are there any YouTubes that you have that you can refer to folks to so they can see what you do?
So, yeah, you can look up the group that I've been training with for the last 15 years. If you type in Mariano Silva, that's my teacher, and we have a large group here in Santa Barbara.
Silva or Silver?
Silva, S-I-L-V-A. Mariano Silva, Capoeira, Santa Barbara. The name of our group has changed a couple different times over the year, but most of the stuff you can look us up under is under his name there. So.
I think that you need to spell capoeira for folks, because if they're going to try to look it up, they're going to spell it very differently probably than how you spell it.
Sure. It's a Capoeira. Capoeira.
I know. Well, we have jiu-jitsu now. We've had that for a couple years.
I actually came to the PAL. This would be good to catch up. I've been to the PAL numerous times here in Santa Barbara with a proposal to do capoeira program and breakdancing, because I also do breakdances, which started me in capoeira. And so, I've been to the PAL numerous times, and I'm so about it. There's nothing that's stopping me other than I've done my live scan test, everything. So there's nothing other than that.
We just
making it happen.
Need to revisit that.
Absolutely. Well,
I am full charge all about it. I talked to this super large police officer.
Kent. You talked to Wojo.
He was interested, but I think he was about to retire, right?
He was. And PAL's gone through enormous transformation over the past 2-3 years.
I'm just saying.
I do bake for these kids. But so that was probably at a point where we weren't sure the direction PAL was going. But we are just a couple blocks down the road. Yeah. And absolutely, Judith Lugo is my program director.
Okay, cool.
And absolutely love to revisit, because we have flamenco and we have jiu-jitsu, and we already have the room in the space, and we might have the interest, and we're always looking to partner with the West.
I've even got a few kids I can bring there to start out.
Oh, absolutely.
And a partner, because
we always share programs, and we let each other know which
I just
programs.
Think with gas prices what they are, I'm just saying, because when I heard the Ventura thing,
it's so good. It's for everybody. They need it down there too.
It's a long way. We have kids here.
So what about people that are out of shape and old?
It's for for everybody. I would advise.
Talking about me?
Look up.
Talking about me.
You looking at me? You talking to me?
There are live capoeira videos, and this is the premise. It's like it being a cultural art. There are videos running around YouTube with mestres, we call them mestres of the art form, in their 90s that still play capoeira, and they're playing capoeira with each other. So it's for everybody. You have people of all ages, all sizes, all abilities doing capoeira.
All right, I'm coming.
I have a pal girl here, Reanna, and she just told me she's actually done it before.
Did you have to, seriously, you're right? Did you like it?
Yeah, it was fun.
Did you have? I mean, right?
Yeah.
See, so if you had a vote, would you put your hand up right now, really high, and say this is something?
Where did you do
know?
it? Where did you get the chance to do capoeira?
Well, it was in my elementary school, and there was these two men that would come and
Where did you go to? What elementary school is that?
Cleveland.
Cleveland, okay.
Elementary. Yeah, and these two men would come and at the end of the year when kids would promote, they do like a little dance of capoeira.
Yeah.
And yeah, like my cousin was in it, and I would go and participate with him too.
Cool. That's what it's about.
Talking about.
Yeah, getting more people familiar with it. That's what it's about.
Awesome. All right, that's what I'm talking about. That's what made things happen. We're shaking it up right now. Let's shake up some commercials, hey? We love your commercials, Dr.
She's
D.
getting straight on it.
That's right. I'm just doing the capoeira. That's it. All right. I'm just thinking about my shower door right now. All right, let's take a break. This is Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We'll be back with a lot more after these messages. That's what I'm talking about. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday
at 9 a.m. Contact information, Perry.
Thank you
before
very
you
much.
can't leave. Shut that door
Thank
until
you
he
very
gives the
much.
contact information. No, I'm just kidding. No, I said shut the door so you can't leave.
It's shut.
That's it. Shut that
Just
down.
making sure. All right.
Just kidding. He's in control Wednesday mornings, okay? That's it. Okay.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday mornings, you can check me out at Massage Green.
That's it. There you go. What's the phone number? Do you know?
I don't know the number.
Okay. Massage Green. It's
You call me.
That's it. Or ask her.
Here, I want a capoeira, my
Massage Green is up on the Mesa. And the fun thing is, when you set yourself up with a regular pattern of getting massage and stuff, you learn about your body, you lower your stress level, you increase your health, and you increase your ability to fight off colds. And we're headed into the winter season. So please check out Massage Green and ask for Perry, see if he's available.
Ask for Perry. I'm available.
He's really good. He's really.
Thank you.
That's it.
Very much.
Yeah. All right. So what do we got up next? Woo! Look at her. Blink, blink.
Pal's always happy to go next.
That's it. There you go. Who'd you bring?
I brought two beautiful young ladies with me today. I have Jenny and Reanna.
Yeah! Jenny and Reanna.
I know.
How you doing, ladies?
So, say hi, Jenny.
Hi.
Hi, Jenny.
Hi.
Adorable.
I know, Jenny. We were talking on our walk over here. You're in 8th grade now.
Yeah.
And you first started with Pal when?
When I was in. It was summer of 5th grade.
So that's a long time. Yeah. And what were you participating in at that time?
The spring break little camp, the Little Pal.
You were a little pal.
Yeah.
Next year you get to be a big pal.
Yeah.
Awesome. What other programs are you in at Pal?
Well, I was attending art, but I got out. And
Sound like you got parole.
I had a week, no, more than a week of jiu-jitsu, and I had tutoring. And I was also in this program for girls where we had like this little group of talk of
last year we had a tutor, Laura,
yeah,
who worked with a small group of students. She was from Cal Soap, I think 3 girls, and the work that they produced was amazing. They did, talking about art earlier, they did amazing artwork, being able to express themselves and express their feelings. It was written work, it was portraits, It was paint. It was. What was your favorite part of that experience?
Mine was doing the picture, the one where we were in the mirror and we cracked the mirror, and we would put like what we thought people would think of us, and that was really fun.
And what did you discover through that process?
Well, I think that some, like, I would think, I used to think negative about myself, but doing that just helped me, because I used to care what people thought of me, and just doing that with them, like, helped me not to care. Yeah.
Isn't it amazing how much thought process is going on in our mind, but we're not aware of it? Yeah. And then when we become aware of it, it's like, wow, why am I putting myself down? Yeah. That's kind of strange. So is that the realization you had? You got to see that self-talk?
Yeah.
Now what do you tell yourself? Can you share?
Yeah. Just that I keep being me, I guess, because there's always haters out there, but it's okay.
And there's also lots of people who will love your authenticity, your being genuine and being yourself and being a good person. So for all the haters, there's lots more folks who are going to appreciate who you are.
This is the smile we see, because she comes to PAL almost every single day, Monday through Friday. So we get to see her beautiful smile about every single day. Right.
You know, one of the greatest gifts we can give another human being is our smile. When we smile, it connects the neocortex in the brain, and it makes it easier to learn. It makes it easier to form relationships. It improves people's health. So smiling is truly a gift. And even if we don't feel like smiling, when we do smile, it makes our body feel good. Even though we may not start out happy, it makes us happy.
Because it releases endorphins as well. That muscle movement releases endorphins. So when we smile, it makes us feel better psychologically. And also, when you smile, you enroll people in doing that back at you. When you smile, you find people smiling back at you. It's kind of contagious. So go ahead, smile at me. See what happens. See?
Definitely a great smile. Both of you have a great smile. The question I would have for both of you is, career-wise, what do you want to do when you grow up? And I phrase it a little differently, because one of the lessons I learned long ago is you don't say to a child, what do you want to do when you grow up? It's what will you be when you grow up, because it's a total different mindset. So what will you be when you grow up?
A doctor.
There you go. Wow, a doctor. Right. Okay. Yeah. How about you? What will you be when you grow up?
Introduce yourself. Say your name.
This is Reanna. This is Reanna, and I've actually thought about wanting to join the Marines.
Ooh, excellent. Yeah. Excellent. Very good. And you're both 8th grade?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
So
you'll go defend us and you'll fix her up.
Exactly right. Wonderful. Well, the one thing that was mentioned a little earlier in the other segment, I wanted to point it out when we were talking about the cultural dancing and everything, and you mentioned breakdancing, and I break dance. When I do. When I dance, things break. Yeah, things break when I dance. Anyways, whatever.
I know.
What a long way for that joke. But I do what I can.
Let me just say, you're busted.
Busted is exactly right. Exactly.
I know. Well, I do have Reanna here, and she's going to mention an event that we have coming up at the end of next month.
Okay. So,
yeah. I see a poster of a haunted house. Where's it at?
It's on.
It's at the Teen
Center.
It's
at the 1235 Chapala Street at PAL on October 27th and the 28th at 6 to 9 p.m. And
who runs that? What is the event?
It's a Halloween haunted house.
Oh, how fun!
Who plans and runs that?
I think you need a psychic reader there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
I think the youth program.
Yeah, the Youth Leadership Council puts it on, and it's a small fundraiser for them.
Yeah.
So, and it's scary. Jenny went through it last year.
Oh, yeah.
Eric has heard me say this many times. I do not like the sensation of being scared. Why on earth people go to scary movies? It's beyond me.
I don't do the scary.
I don't get it. If I want to get scared, I'll look at our budget.
Okay, so what happens when you get scared is you get this adrenaline rush. And then there's the moment when you realize that you're safe after the adrenaline rush, and it just makes you feel alive. Haunted houses are so much fun, and I've heard that your haunted house is one of the best in Santa Barbara.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm really encouraging people to come to PAL's open house. Can you tell me again? It's going to be on the 27th and 28th
of October.
From
6 to 9 p.m.
6 to 9 p.m.
And the fright level is 13.
13.
Oh,
Or plus 13. Or yeah.
Is there a height requirement like at Disneyland for the haunted house?
No, and it's $5.
If you scream really loud, will they hear it?
Oh yeah, I went last year, and I went in with my cousin and two friends, yeah. And when we came out, everyone was just looking at us because, I think I was the loudest in there.
Well, you go in with an escort, so you have somebody who takes you in, and whenever it's my turn next, they always go on the radio very quietly, "It's Miss Michelle," and then they all know.
Have you been in it?
To scare.
No.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Is there an age thing? Like you wouldn't want a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old?
No, we put the fright as 13 plus.
But
there's some who, there's
Come
some
with
young
parents.
kids who can handle it.
Right.
It's just, it's up to the parents' discretion.
Yeah.
But our kids put it on, they plan it.
Yeah. Okay.
The teen center's turned into
Nice.
a haunted house.
Where did you get a picture of my ex-husband?
Quite the looker.
Actually, this was like an ex-roommate when she woke up in the morning and didn't take her makeup off.
We'll take a break on that. All right. Fill up your coffees. We'll be back in a moment after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday
at 9 a.m. So you're doing is it the channeling, Terri Cooper?
You're speaking to Terri Cooper now.
Yes.
Well, hot damn. Actually, yes.
You're not supposed to say damn.
No, hot darn.
Hot dang.
Hot
dang.
Dang it.
Dang.
Dang it. Dang it. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. Actually, it's not until December.
Okay.
The two other classes I have.
Well, we're going to need to recover after that Halloween scare.
Well,
that's what it is.
It's really not so far different from that, actually, in terms of accessing other spiritual levels.
Right.
So those are the spirits that go woo, and the ones in my class go woo woo. So it's woo woo. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. So why don't we talk to Mike?
Now, I'll tell you what scares me. You wouldn't have to put all kinds of crazy stuff inside of a haunted house. Just show me a thermometer that's above 80 degrees, and I'm scared.
Wow.
Why?
I hate anything over 80 degrees.
Well, thank you for sharing.
I don't like that. I don't like it.
I'm at 96.7. So
I'm talking about weather, not human body temperature. That's fine.
Or it's 98.6. That's what it is.
Yeah, 98.6 FM.
People get kind of irritable when they're really warm.
Yes.
People get a little
I will
bit
get
crazy.
very cranky.
Yeah, people get cranky.
There are those who say I'm always cranky, but what are you going to do?
You're lovable.
Hey, Michael, how did you do in the golf tournament? Really
Yeah,
fast?
Michael.
I always like to know about the golf tournament.
The golf tournament did really well.
More than last year?
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about, Michael Baker!
More than last year.
You always do the much better?
I can't say that.
Okay.
Definitely.
Well, you did better.
We do better.
I love
We've
better.
done better.
Better is
And
good.
It's a we. It's definitely a we.
Of course a we.
Thank you. Big shout out to Joe.
Yeah, we love Joe. We love Michael.
All the gift certificates for golfers. But things are good. We're doing well. We've got a lot on our plate. But
did we finish the roof yet in Carp?
No.
Michael.
It's still
Michael.
We have
Michael.
work is never done.
Oh.
It's been an interesting year.
Yeah.
It started with the Carp roof and
I know.
Camp Whittier.
Michael, we're going to have more rain. We're going to be
Rain
okay?
would solve a lot of issues other than the roof.
I know.
I mean, that would be a problem.
Right.
Now, do you have a hole in the roof still?
No.
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 I was going to say, because if you did, just turn it into a skylight. That'd be great.
Well, we were going to have a swimming program. We were looking at we were going to turn it into a positive.
There you go. He's very quick.
Yeah. So, no, we're going to be okay. It'll be all right. We're raising money. We have a lot of good donors that have stepped up and want to help the organization. And really, probably what I'm most proud of right now is what's happening in Buellton.
Yeah. What's happening in Buellton? Yeah.
Well, we opened a club in Buellton.
I know. You said you were going to do that. You did do that.
Our goal was to open up, and we were hoping we were going to get 20 kids.
Yeah.
You
got 100.
We have 110.
Oh, I was fooling with the 100.
Yeah, we have 110 kids enrolled.
Well, because you moved to Buellton.
Well, yeah, it's a tough word to say.
Yeah.
But it's I live there.
Capoeira.
It's exactly
right around the corner from Capoeira.
It's a great.
He lives on Capoeira.
Yes, I met my wife
on
in a Capoeira class. Yes.
On the 18th.
On the 18th green. Yeah, it was wonderful.
Yeah.
It was wonderful. But anyways, no, it's that program's going really well.
Nice.
And we're reaching more kids in that area. That again, as I've said to you before, that's an area that grossly underserved. The vast majority of people that live in not just Buellton but the whole valley, they're traveling long distance to go to work. They don't work in the valley. There's hardly any employment there.
Right.
So they're working in Santa Barbara or Santa Maria. That's a good 30 to 40 minute drive every day, at least, each way. Yeah. And that means those kids are going home, a lot of them to nobody. So programs like PAL, Boys and Girls Clubs, Campfire, all the programs that really help kids, the YMCA programs, we work with everybody. And, I am going to say with Michelle here, a great collaborative partner. Love working with PAL. Great program. And I'm proud of you two for participating and getting involved. It's a great program. It's going to make you even better citizens than you already are. Yeah. So kudos.
I just want to make a plug. If there's any parent out there who has a child who is headed home to a house all alone, please check out our community programs. Boys and Girls Club, PAL, YMCA, you name it. There's no reason to be going home to an empty house.
Well, wait a minute. How did is there any help to get the kids from the school or their home to PAL?
Great question. Mm-hmm. The answer is, well, I can speak for Boys and Girls, and I'll let Michelle talk about PAL real quick. We transport kids from the schools.
And boys, of course, boys.
And bring them to and from the club.
You do?
Yes, absolutely.
Now, that's fabulous.
Yeah. We do not at PAL, but we work with the older kids a little bit more. So we do not have the youth bus going to the schools, but we're right on the transit line. So a lot of our kids take the bus, or from the local schools, they walk.
What about carpooling?
Well, the problem with that, and we do have some parents who will drop them off, but a lot of the parents are at work, or some of our parents don't have vehicles. But a lot of the kids walk. Most of our kids who are at Santa Barbara High or Santa Barbara Junior actually walk to the teen center. So, and then we have a lot of kids from Notre Dame who walk. So
there you go. Yeah. Wonderful.
So you get homework help, you get arts, you get friends, you get sports. It's really a wonderful thing.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
The key is just to be able to be with other kids. I mean, to be home alone, that's the thing. You always want your kid to be with other kids. I mean, I think that's important.
The secret sauce for us, my favorite room to go into in any Boys and Girls Club, and a lot of people see it as an area is, what are they learning here? The game room area in a Boys and Girls Club is the busiest, and you'll have all different age groups in that room socializing with each other. That's where they learn a lot of social skills, sharing, and interaction, all different ages. It doesn't happen because we break them up by ages in the other rooms. In that room, we don't. Those kids have to learn to get along. That's society. It's like a little microcosm of what they're going to see out in the community. So that's a very integral part of a traditional Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah. Is there any psychological support if you come across some kids?
God, I hope so. I need it. For the children.
Wait a minute, let me get a card for you.
The children. We do.
Just in case, you see a kid and they're there and you can clearly see something's going on they need to talk about. Is there any way that kids will have a place to go and talk to somebody, or that whoever is in charge is noticing that somebody needs some support, and then what would they do?
Yes, actually, this past summer, for the past 2 summers, because of our awesome friends at the Santa Barbara Foundation, gave us some funding to underwrite a counselor for the summer.
There you go.
So we had kids that could actually sit down with a licensed therapist, with the parents' permission, of course, to get help. I would love, at some point, to get a licensed therapist on staff. I'm sure Michelle would want the same thing. If we could have that would be awesome, because there's a lot of kids that need someone to talk to. And, we're trained to work with kids, but there's really some kids who need some significant help.
I do teach coping skills and stress reduction, and I'd love to come and just do something that shows people these kids a number of techniques for diffusing, for dealing with the kind of issues that come up for them, and just give them some practical skills that are pretty general. You don't have to have an individual issue to be able to benefit from them. So we should talk, and I'd be happy to come over and do that for you guys.
Excellent. Hey, that's very nice of you. Oh, you're a very nice person.
I am so nice. That's why they were so excited when I said that. Did you hear them going, oh my goodness, this is too wonderful to believe?
Well, yeah, kids,
this day is filled with love. Yeah. That's all I got to say. This love is
lots of love is in the air.
That's it. Lots of love. It's a green day, right, Dee? All right. Let's take breaks. Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We'll be back with a lot more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
every single Tuesday
at 9 a.m. Terri Cooper wants to tell us a story, because Dominique Hackett didn't bring a story. And I'm into stories because there's been so much love and giving and gifting today. So finish us with a story. I hope it's appropriate.
What is it they call people when the star can't go on? The stand-in? Okay, so I'm giving you a stand-in story, the understudy story.
You're the DH.
That's the Wednesday show.
This is a story about a bear, and this bear is in a cage. And this bear is looking out at the mountains, and he looks at it day in and day out, year in and year out, longing to be free and to be able to climb those mountains and breathe fresh, clean air. And he sits there and stands there staring out the window all through his life until finally he passes away, still with his eyes open looking at the mountains. And then you see the image in the story pan back, and you see that the cage has rusted open a long time before, and that the person who kept them in there was long gone. And what he did not do was turn around to see that he could be free. And so we have to always, no matter what age we are, look at the limitations that we've experienced and see whether we can release them and let them go and turn around and claim our own individuality and our own authenticity.
That is so beautiful. It reminds me of...
I don't get it.
Was it Maya... Wait. Was it Maya Angelou who wrote a poem that a caged bird doesn't sing?
Right. I mean... Maya Angelou.
Yeah, that we don't realize the limitations either that we put on ourselves or that our family or our culture or society has put on us, and we've forgotten to knock on the door and knock those limitations down. That's a beautiful story.
It kind of goes back to what Jenny was talking about in the project she did and how she thought the world saw her and how she was able to release that and realize that that wasn't actually who she was.
That's right.
It all comes full circle.
And taking it full circle, my wife actually put me in a cage. So there you go. So we've tied the whole show back together.
Let's just bring it down to the lowest common denominator. I mean, we were up there for a few minutes. Now we're back down
again. If Dr. Andrea Seifert was here, she would say, Erica, there is no cage. See, so there you go, right?
She hasn't met my clients.
There you go. Right? So, I don't know. We've had such a glorious show here today.
Yeah.
I just got to...
The beautiful thing is community coming together, and that's the most important thing, is to look every day at where can I do an act of kindness? Where can I break through a limitation that I put on myself before? How can I help make the world a happy place? It starts with me.
And a smile.
One person I learned a lesson from a long time ago. He started every day. He was a board member of mine in Washington State. He started every single day with a penny. He put it in his right pocket. And he said every day, by the end of the day, that penny needed to be in his left pocket. And he would move it over whenever he made a difference in someone's life that day. Mm-hmm. So he said, if I got to the end of the day and I hadn't done it, he said, I didn't go home until I figured out what I was going to do to make a difference. That was a pretty powerful message.
We have Chinese students, and I leave them every single day, just like I left my two boys when they were growing up, when I took them to school, and before they leave, and I'm sure they're already bored of hearing it, and I say they do not leave the car. And because they're my kings, because I always feel, I said, you're living with a queen, so you're soon to be a king. And I said, you make somebody happy today. And it's the same thing. And the same thing with my boys. I do not leave the phone, and I said, remember what Mommy always says, you make somebody happy today. And it's the same kind of thing. Because it's if you just have that intent every single day, put a smile on somebody's face, or however you map the world. But it's the same thing. You make it the same thing. Make a difference in somebody's life. Because it gives you a place and a space and hold. It's not about you kind of thing, right? Dee, you do the same thing.
Yeah. I actually told someone today, he who smiles steals something from the thief.
That's true. Santa Barbara, we love you. God bless. We are so blessed for being here. Be kind. See you next week. Woo! Yeah!